Welcome, weary YouTube viewer. Looking for something to watch? I get it. You've been clicking all over. You must be tired. Welcome, weary YouTube viewer. You've been looking everywhere for something to watch, perhaps with that meal you're having. Here, have a sip from this enchanted gravy boat, shall we? Behold, it was I, the
Evil
Genie, the entire time. Here's how this works. I've got 10 wishes for you, okay? 10 things that I can offer you as a fantastic genie. But every single wish, every gift comes with a drawback. You don't know what the drawback is. It could be really good, could be really bad. We are going to decide, once we find out what the drawback is, whether you one or the genie one, okay? As is customary on this portion of the stream, every time we do this, we have to have an arbiter of truth and justice, and unfortunately, that has to be me. I have to decide whether something is an L or a W, and I hope you can understand. You do. Okay, good. I hope you can understand. I'm going to give you 10 wishes, okay? If you lose 3 of them, you die. The genie kills you because he's bored of you because you keep making bad decisions. So all you have to do is get 7 out of 10, and you get 10 gifties. Wow! The genie's first deal, the wish, you become a cat. Meow. Would you like to become a cat? Anyone at all? Now, it doesn't specify a house cat, a wild cat, you know, a feral cat. Wouldn't you like to be one? We don't know what the drawback is. There is a drawback here. There is something sinister, perhaps. Something to the genie's machinations that we don't quite know yet. Looks like nobody wants to be a cat. Quite interesting indeed. I thought this chat was full of cats. That's all I ever see on the goddamn monitor. Cats, cats, cats all over the place. The genie respects your wishes. He says, no cats here. And he turns off his felinization ray. He smashes it. And perhaps that is for the best. For you see, you would have become a cat. However, you would have been a grumpy cat. You would have been a mean cat. You would have been cuh. It's all cuh. You could have been cuh and cuh only. You would have been a ratchet-ass yellow cat. This one was the tutorial. You can't lose this one. This one gets both. Because it would have been cool to be a ratchet mean cat, or, you know, not being an animal would also be nice, right? We have a lot of privileges as human beings that I don't think we should take for granted. So this one's a tutorial round. You win no matter what, okay? That's how the game is played. You're welcome. From now on, it's not so easy. Do you understand? We all get it. All right, here's the second one. 9 left, okay? You get to have a conversation with the person you admire most. Perhaps a nice dinner date or some sort of chance encounter with somebody that you enjoy and admire. Someone whose presence you appreciate in the world. You don't want to have one? You would ask them anything you want. You don't want the dinner with Jay-Z? You could get a lot of money that way, I think. Don't meet your heroes. What if this one's cool, though? What if this here? It depends on your hero, right? I feel like some heroes might be kind of nice. Mario speaks Italian. He literally doesn't. You guys are dumb. You want to meet Mario? Okay. You get to have a conversation with the person you admire most. The genie creates them right in front of you. Whoever it is, I don't know, Tom Hanks. Who do people admire? Sakurai? Mr. Beast, there he is. He created them and he put them right there, but then he saw that you said no anyone, and he killed them in a terrible death. Turned them into ribbons, grabbed each one of their individual skin threads and just tied them in a knot. Terrible death, and you're responsible. And they're gone. And you will never have a conversation with them. However, that might be a good thing, because you would have been able to talk to them, but you would have had to pee the whole time. Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, no, you would have been very embarrassed. That would have been really bad. You guys would have been like, it would have been, I really want to talk, but I really got to go. And they would have been like, well, I'm very busy. I can't wait for you to go to the bathroom. You're like, but could you just like wait for a few minutes? And they wouldn't wait. So you would just have to get whatever conversation you had out with, you know, a full tank. You know what? I think you guys won that. You guys won that, because I think it would not be worth the conversation, because then even if you ran into him later, you know, they would remember you as the P guy. So probably a good thing that you didn't do that. What if we're having the conversation at the urinal? You want to have like a 3-minute 3 minutes? How long you guys pee for? You guys want to have a long conversation at the urinal? I feel like that's not appropriate, right? You have a robot who can do things for you. A robot that can do things? Quite tempting indeed. Look at all the people saying no. Guys, you got to understand, this isn't like Grok or AI. This is a robot. He can do things for you. Robots ain't ever work right. Okay, let's assume this one works. Wait, I wanted Grok. You already have Grok. You have a robot to do things for you. Seems like most people are going to say no here. Uh-oh. The Genie creates a robot out of thin air, puts it right in front of you, and you said, huh, that looks like it could do quite a lot of things. And he said, yeah, it could. And then he turns it around, and he shows you the back. And you realize the back has a slot for dollar bills. Not just any dollar bills, but $100 bills. You would have had to pay the robot $100 in case you wanted to do anything. Chat is celebrating way too early. That's an L. You said no to the $100 robot. Now, you guys are thinking about it from the world of, like, robots as they are now. You are not thinking a mystical, magical genie robot who can accomplish great things. If you could pay a robot to do all of your laundry for the day, or go get an oil change, or do whatever, do all of your taxes, there's no limit to the amount of things that robot could do. I think you could make it work. You don't think a $100 tax robot is worth it? Are you kidding? Why not hire a fucking accountant for $100? He's your accountant. He's your accountant and everything else all at once. There is not any world where you would want a robot who can do things for $100. You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? You don't think having a robot that can do anything for $100? Okay, I think I poisoned the well with the laundry thing. Can we forget about that? Can we forget? I just tried to think of what a robot should be doing. I tried to think about what a robot, like the first thing, bro. You don't think having a robot that could do anything for $100, he could drive you around and shit. He could be your Uber to anywhere you want. Name one task worth $100. Driving you cross country. $100 Uber to anywhere. You guys aren't creative enough. $100 replace my roof. Untraceable murder. There we go. See? Rob a bank. $100 to rob. You guys lose bad on this, straight up. There are so many things you could do with a. I genuinely think you are insane if you don't see the value in a robot that you pay $100. A free robot, by the way. I didn't even think of that. You didn't even pay for the robot to begin with. I don't know what world that you think having that robot would not be valuable. You lose on this, I will hear nothing more about it. The Genie zips your lips. The Genie, like in Aladdin, he takes your mouth off. Silence! You can go back in time and change or fix past events. Interesting. You can change anything about the past. Anything at all. I'm going to give you a little tiny spoiler on this, a little hint, a little clue. Downside is not like you have to live with the consequences or like the world will be different in a way you can't comprehend. It's not that. Don't fuck with time travel? Well, you might want to. If a genie asks, might be fun. Is it? But you are gay. No. Looks like everybody's saying yes to this one. Everyone wants to go back in time to change or fix past events. Well, the Genie gives you the power, and he bestows upon you the ability to travel through time and go anywhere you want. But he does something for you first. He stops you. He says, wait. And he goes, and he sends you to the year of 1968. And you're in a concert venue with music. And on stage is a young man playing guitar. He's got a headband and an afro. Wait a minute. I think that's Jimi Hendrix. Genie, why did you send me here? Why are we back in 1968? And the Genie tells you with great arrogance and smugness dripping from his words. You can go back in time and change or fix past events, but you can't save Jimi Hendrix. You can't do anything for him. He's gone, I think. I don't know what happened to him, but whatever it was, you can't stop it. So if any of you were really trying to save Jimi Hendrix, it's an L. He overdoses? Well, you can't stop him. You can't save him from himself, I guess. Whoever put this in really loved Jimi Hendrix, and he thought everybody else did. He was like, wow, this is the biggest tragedy of my lifetime. But you can change anything else. Coney, we go back and erase our L. Just for that, the genie sees what you're trying to do. He brings you back into the future, and now you have another L. He gave you another one for your greed. But he says that he's going to take it away if you ask very, very nicely. Pretty, please. Everybody, I need everybody to take the lead of this chatter right here. Everybody apologize to the genie, and maybe he'll take it away. Everybody cry and beg the genie for the L to be removed. Oh, look at you guys. Oh, now the genie feels bad. Oh, poor Genie. I'm sorry, Genie. I love you. Oh, the genie loves you too. Oh, the genie didn't mean it. He was just teasing. The genie takes the L away. He would never do that. And he gives you a big genie hug. You get to grow 2 times your normal size after eating fungi. That's weird. Why would I want that? Why? I mean, that's the question. You're asking the genie. It might be kind of a cool power to have, right? Name one single advantage. Strength. If you had to carry a lot of things a little far. Moving? Do I get any other powers from being 10 feet tall? You have the power of a 10-foot tall guy. Is that not enough, you greedy ass? Chet does not realize how delicious a mushroom is. I'm saying, are you guys gonna go your whole lives without eating any mushrooms? It'd be really cool to eat a mushroom and then get big. The genie takes away the power and he reveals the downside. You could have grown 2 times your normal size after eating a mushroom, but if a turtle touched you, you would die. He tried to make you Super Mario. Chat's all spamming W. I think it's an L, dude. I think you'd want to be Super Mario. How often are you coming into contact with turtles? What's the point of growing 2 times? You would be really big and strong. I haven't touched a turtle in decades. Could I shrink? You would... I guess we didn't bake that in, did we? We only had getting bigger and then dying. We didn't bake in get small claws. You would be a 12-footer with the proportions of a normal person. You would become the greatest basketball player of all time and become a billionaire. Coney, it's an L, sadly. That's how I felt. 1 mushroom gets you 2 times big. I don't know any world where that, you're never going to touch a turtle, man. And you don't have to eat mushrooms. You go your whole life without eating any more mushrooms. The human body can't handle that. The genie would make it so it could. You guys keep forgetting. It's a magical genie, dude. All right, you know what? Fine, whatever. Bro, I'm going to be honest. I think being Super Mario would be so cool. I think it would be really good to be Super Mario. But you know what? The fact that the genie says rats. I should have said you get small after a little bit or after you hit a turtle or whatever. But fine, the genie was not clear. It's a technicality. The genie loses, whatever. He'll take the loss. He knows you're going to lose anyway. This is only halfway through. You're going to lose regardless. It's fine. You get a tail as an extra limb. Wow, you get your very own tail. You decide the details and the government doesn't hunt you down and you won't be an outcast no matter what. And if it's cut off, it'll grow back after a year. So you get a tail with no problem. And any kind of tail you want. Prehensile tail, big fluffy shit, anything you want. What kind of tail do you want, guys? And tell me what kind. You guys can get creative with this. We fall for this type of shit every time. I don't know what you mean by that. It's a tail of any sort. A horse tail, perhaps, with a nice flicker to it. You can knock the flies away. I do like the fact that it explicitly says the government doesn't hunt you down. And also, you're not an outcast. Nobody's going to make fun of you for that. It stops you from getting hunted by the government. Okay, you still have to pay taxes. Don't do that. You can't commit federal crimes. Government immunity tail. Yeah, that's not baked into the tail. Well, the genie says Your wish is my command. Shazam! And he puts a tail on your back. Pow! Oh, look at the chat. Everybody ooh-woos in unison. Look at all the cute little tails. But the genie says, come here for a second. He says, turn around. And you're like, why? And the genie steps on your tail real hard. Slams onto it with his magical genie boot, the one that curls up at the end. Ow! And the genie says, you better get used to it, because once every day, no matter how hard you try, your tail is gonna get stepped on. At least once a day. Ow! My tail! I feel like this would be an L, but I don't have a tail, and I don't know how bad it hurts on to get stepped on. I decide the details. No, you don't. Why do you? Oh, you decide the details of the tail. I thought you meant of the genie. I was like, we shook our hands. You can't do that. Okay, wait, are you saying you decide that your tail doesn't hurt when it gets stepped on? That's not what... There's no way you said that before. There's no way you said, I actually have a jelly tail that doesn't have any nerve endings. My cat screams like I'm killing it when I step on his tail. You should stop doing that, for one. And for two, yeah, it hurts. All right, you're... Okay. Fine. I see it. I see it. It's just stepped on. It's not stomped. And when I step on my dog's tail by accident, I don't like full send it. It's just like a gentle like, You get $1 million. I'm rich. $1 million. But there must be a catch. That's 10,000 tasks for the genie, I think, or for the robot. $1 million for you right now. The genie has a big briefcase. And he pops it open. US dollars, by the way, not those fuck-ass Canadian bucks. Does it get taxed? No, because of my tail. No, not because of your tail. The tail does not dodge government responsibilities. Stop saying that. The genie laughs at your greed and avarice for wanting $1 million. Ha 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 ha! Wow, that's all it took? Ha ha ha! Fools! And the genie gives you the briefcase of $1 million. But the genie asks you a question, and this is an important one. If you had to kill a building, how would you do it? A bomb, a plane, a missile, thermite, explosives, fire and explosives, wrecking ball. Seems like you would need some pretty heavy machinery, right? Don't know if you'd be able to get any of those at a Walmart. The genie transports you right into a Walmart. It is 9 p.m. You must stay inside a sentient Walmart that is trying to kill you for a full night shift, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. You can't bring any weapons into the store, but you can use whatever weapons or items you find inside the store. You are dead. The Walmart kills you. You went to the Walmart SCP. You have no explosives. You don't have any bombs. You don't have any planes. You can't kill the Walmart. You have nothing in there. You have guns at most. The Walmart is trying to kill you. It's going to do it. You lost. No, this is an L. You're not beating the Walmart. You're not beating the Walmart. People are like, I would start a fire. The Walmart turns on the sprinklers. Now what? You can't leave, by the way. And by the way, some people are like, oh, I would light it on fire. You're dead too. You're inside the Walmart. You must stay inside. You're dying too. I feel like a sentient Walmart would be able to do quite a lot of things, right? Coney, this is important. Do you know sentient and haunted are different things? A sentient thing that is trying to kill you is haunted. A sentient haunted house is haunted and trying to kill. Those are the same thing. Please look up the word sentient. I don't feel like it. That's an L. The genie says you died at the Walmart, and that means you don't get your $1 million. He takes it away. You can't kill the Walmart. That's why I asked if you would kill it or blow it up. All you said bombs or C4, things inside a Walmart. You can't do that. You don't know how to make a bomb. Your face replaces Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. That's strange. Okay. You get to be the face of the 20, and you ask the genie, you're like, do I get anything else with that? Am I, like, famous? They're like, no. Will everybody know who I am? Yeah, your name will be on it. Their names aren't on it. Oh, really? Well, then you don't even get that. Everybody would recognize you. Yeah. They would be like, that's weird. Isn't that guy on the 20? And you would be a little famous for that, I guess. I don't want to be associated with what Jackson did. Well, you wouldn't be. You would be replacing Jackson, silly. Nobody's going to be like, wait a minute, that guy's just like Andrew Jackson. What if you don't live in the U.S.? still happens. You replace the $20 bill in the US, and people are like, who's this guy? Looks like most people don't want to take the Genie's deal. You don't want to be on the 20? And the Genie produces a $20 bill with your face on it. And you're like, wow, that is me. Oh my God, that looks so cool. Well, that was a fun novelty, but you can get rid of that Genie. And the Genie's like, okay. Genie says, do you want to know what it could have been? The entire universe, except you, would flip parity. So most people would be left-handed now, but they still would call themselves right-handed, so you would have to relearn lefts and rights. You would be in mirror world. You would be backwards. Obviously, yeah, you guys win this. This is an obvious W. I just want... Who the fuck wrote this? What? This is a very weird wish, Genie. Why did you... What a strange thing to make. Why would that be a punishment? And why the $20 bill? Like, I feel like the parody thing is like burying the $20 bill thing. That's very strange too, right? Yeah, this is every shitty Genie. We have one that is like a very obvious win, but I just thought it was very funny and I wanted you guys to see. This is show and tell. I wanted you guys to see this one because otherwise you wouldn't. I thought it was funny. So you get $1. $1 bill. A whole buckaroo. $1. Yeah! $1. What do you say like that? That's an easy one, bro. It's so funny. You guys wanted the $1 million and everybody said yes. And then you guys died. And the Genie's like, all right, how about $1? And everybody still says yes. You guys should have learned your lesson not to take money from the Genie, bro. Don't listen to him. I know we'll hit. You might. That $1 might be worth it. I don't know. 78% of chat said that they would take the dollar. But as you take the dollar, as it hits the palm of your hand, you feel a little tickle on your hand and on your neck and in 8 other places all over your body. You got $1, but 10 little hairs grew in a random place all over your body. Ugh. Ew. You got 10 hairs all over you. You get like a body hair all over, and it could have been anywhere, right? It could be on your scalp, or it could be on your eyeball. I feel like... I hate to do this. 10 individual hairs is so little. Long hairs? Long ones? You're wrong on this. For $1? I was on your guys' side. When I was talking about it, I was like, wait, no, it's a W because you get $1. And my girlfriend is like, I can't think of many places I would want like a random hair to pop out. Yeah, but she's a girl. Yep, actually, point taken. Yeah, that's good. If you're a girl, it might be an L. That's guys, you know. For us, you know, we're a little hairier, right? That's fine. For 6% of chat, it's an L, baby. I guess it's a W. Fine. I'll let you have it. Male to female ratio coming in clutch. Finally, there's only one more wish to come. You can run as fast as the speed of sound. By the way, this does not mean you only run as fast as the speed of sound. I will say that. It's not like you only run that fast. You get to control your speed or how fast or whatever. You're able to do that. So you get to run very fast anywhere you want to go. If you splat into a wall, you die. I mean, probably, but, you know, you would have to be a little bit more careful for that, right? Can my body handle it? Yes. Yes. It's not like your neck is going to snap or anything like that. Your body can handle it. Do we perceive time at that speed or not? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Guys, you could be the fastest person in the world without having to run at the speed of sound. Yeah, I feel like it's valuable, if I'm going to be honest. Like, being able to run as fast as you want, but also the speed of sound is pretty good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The Genie, you know what? Just to be merciful, he wants you to know the life you could have lived. He gives you a nice new pair of shoes to run around as fast as you want and puts you in the desert and you run extremely fast across the desert sands and even across Paris, France, and across the Atlantic Ocean, and Times Square in New York City, and it's one of those montages. You get it. You ran very fast all over the world. You get back to the Genie. You're like, wow, Genie, that was so fun. I loved that. And he's like, well, and he claps his hands. He says, it's gone now. You'll never do that again. You're like, wow, that was fun. What would have been the downside if I ended up taking that deal? And the Genie said, well, you would have been able to run as fast as the speed of sound, but you would have only been able to eat chili dogs. Wait a minute. I think this Genie has been playing a lot of video games lately. This Genie wanted to make you Sonic the Hedgehog, which would have been a pretty cool thing, I think. I think it would have been pretty cool to run really fast, actually. I hate chili dogs, though. Okay, no, you guys won. You won. You won. The Genie can't... Okay, you guys win. You guys won. You defeated the Genie. The Genie's dead. You guys beat the Genie. The Genie died. You died. The Genie died. The Genie died. You won. Chili dogs are really gross, and they would make you feel really sick. And you wouldn't want to be Sonic the Hedgehog anyway. He's so bad and gross and yucky. All right, you defeated the Genie. Congratulations, chat. The Genie died. They beat the Genie. Did you beat the Genie, YouTube? Or did he kill you in a terrible fire? Did you die fast or slow? Subscribe if he did, and like if it felt kind of good. See you next time. Bye, YouTube. See you soon. Goodbye. So long. Goodbye, everybody. Good job, everybody. You beat the Genie.